Architects, an ordinary extinction full album stream by Epitaph Records and Architects is what we're going to be reacting to today. And of course, I'll say this at the beginning of the video all the time, every time. Please do check the link in the description because it's not my content, this is your content. As much as possible, I would rather you go to the original video, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, do whatever you want, really. And show the original creators some love because it's not mine, this is theirs. I do not want to get away from them. I'm sure they make amazing content on their own channel and shit like that. I'm just here to give my thoughts, see if I like it, and I'm sure I will because I have listened to Architects before, and it's very, very nice. Of course, I will stop somewhere in the middle and give my thoughts. I have the lyrics to my right and a possible song interpretation. But yeah, I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this. Let's just let me put on my headphones and give it a listen, shall we? Oh shit, that's way more than half. Jesus Christ. Okay, thoughts so far. I like it. Of course, you know, I've said multiple times before, I like hard metal and shit like that. Or I forgot what I say. I like it when it's intense, you know, because I listen, what I say this mainly because when I'm working out, you know, what do I listen to? I like listening to hard shit, you know, but it bumps me in the mood to push my body, you know, keep on moving. Look at these guns. Whoa! Work hard. I love it. That's the feeling I get every time I listen to something hard, you know. It makes me feel like that. I can go faster. I can go harder. I can keep on going. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. The album cover, I think it looks fucking sick. Jesus Christ. My lord. Imagine, okay, if anything, picture yourself in this. Imagine you're in there and it's completely alone and there's no noises at all and the light is shining upon you like this. I would be scared for my fucking life. Jesus Christ, dude. Being alone in like in a, I wouldn't say this is like a, what's it call it? A horrific place, but like just being alone in general when you're not supposed to be alone in certain places, it gives me the icky vibes, you know what I mean? Makes me scared, but the album cover looks fucking sick. Other than that, like, whew, look at that, the light shining upon him, the shadow right there, him staring into the mosaic. I don't know what you call it, a window. It looks fucking sick as fuck. But I'm looking at the lyrics. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I won't lie to you. I know I listen to hard rock and shit like that. I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe when they say an ordinary extinction, They're talking about like how we're gonna be extinct soon, and we should make most of what we have in life, or we should, you know, or like I don't know, we're gonna be extinct soon. What the fuck is that? No, 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 no. Here, the lyrics it says, "Do you feel at home in limbo, hiding a broken vow, a phantom at the window? Can you swallow the shame? Has your courage been burnt out, faded away? There won't be a savior in sight, but it's okay because we're comfortable. We're stood at the edge of the world. Seize the snakes." What do you mean by seize the snakes? What are the snakes? You know, that's my main question. They're living a lie, blinded by a candle. They're saying goodbye. We're stood at the edge of the world. Now, when they say edge of the world, are they trying to say that, we're going to be extinct? I have no idea. I wonder what they mean by seize the snakes. By snakes, do you mean like the traitors? Because usually when you say snakes, they're evil and mischievous and devilish. I have no idea what they're talking about. Putting the lyrics aside, I'm enjoying the song. You can tell I'm just vibing to it, popping my head and shit like that. Of course, there are some down times and shit like that, but I don't mind it. Of course, I would say to keep up the pace and keep going hard because that's what I prefer. I like that, but a bit of downtime here and there, it goes completely fine. I will not lie, genuinely, when it's just still and shit like that. But hey, it keeps up with the pace. I won't lie to you, it keeps up with the pace. So I'm enjoying this a lot. An ordinary extinction. I don't know what they're talking about though. I'll see the possible song interpretation after listening through this whole. Okay, interesting. I mean, you can tell that I enjoyed this song. I won't lie. I genuinely did enjoy the song. It's nice, but I need to know the song interpretation. Here, architects an ordinary exception for those that wish to exist, explore humanity's self-destructive tendencies, complicity in its own downfall, and being on the precipice of disaster, questioning leadership and personal responsibility with lyrics about fanning the flames and torching the lighthouse, all while contrasting the aggressive and metalcore with moments of vulnerability and hope for change. The title itself reflects common yet devastating issues, from addiction to environmental collapse, framed as a collective failure. Okay, I can see it. I can see it when they say it. I won't lie to you. I can see it when they say it. I guess what they're trying to say right now is that, the earth, like when they say we're stood at the edge of the world, maybe they're trying to say, we're at the tipping point of everything, and what are we going to do to change about it and shit like that. I'm not like an activist or anything like that, but as much as possible, do good. It might not mean much coming from me, but I'd say word of mouth is still enough. Do good. It just the simple things, really. It doesn't need to be the most extreme things. Do what you can. All right, do what you can. It doesn't need to be like the biggest or grandeur things. Like, say for example, how Mr. Beast does his team trees and team water. Hey, that's a good fucking what's call it? That's a good goal. You know, that's a good thing to do. But you know, if you can't do that, or if you can't donate or anything like that, or you can donate, you know, every single little bit helps. All right. But you know, the littlest things, the simple things help. You should do what you can. And I thought the message of this was quite nice. I won't lie to you. I mean, the song, I was definitely vibing to the song. It's very, very good. You can tell, even like towards the end here, or like here, you remember the tip of the spear, the edge of the knife, were freshly dismembered, but you won't shed a tear, so run for your life. When they were like saying that part, it almost felt heavenly and holy, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, this is a nice change of pace, and then they went back straight into hard metalcore, and I like that very, very much so. I enjoyed this. I genuinely did. It's very, very nice. Of course, I do love myself some. What did it say? I do love myself some metalcore, aggressive metalcore. It's very, very nice. But yeah, you know, even the simplest things. So the point is, we should hope for change. You know, any little bit helps. Do what you can. All right. But yeah, I'll say this at the end of the video all the time, every time. Please do check the link in the description, because it's not my content, this is their content. As much as possible, I would rather you go to the original video, go to like, go to comment, give a share, do whatever you want. Really ensure the original creators, something because it's not mine, it's theirs. I don't know what to confirm from them. I'm sure they make amazing content on their own channel. I'm here to give you my thoughts, see if I like it, and I enjoyed this one very much so. But please, link in the description, the channel in the video. I'll stop yapping there, and I hope you all have a good one as always, everybody. Bye.